Okay, this is the reason Donald Trump can't and won't ever win this election. And the reason that he won't win the election is because he's decided to run as an independent. And essentially he is an independent. And he made that choice himself. He's not really a Republican. And the Republican base, or the Republicans that are the Bush Republicans or the other Republicans that control the Republican Party, they'll never support Trump. He's pissed him off too much. As if, just like with Kasich. I mean, a good example of this is one of the swing states for Trump is going to be Ohio. And he really needs the Ohio vote to win the election. I don't think any Republicans ever won the general election without winning Ohio. Well, Trump pissed off Kasich. And Kasich didn't even show up to the convention. And Kasich's not going to support Trump. So now Trump needs that support in order to win the election. And by his own actions and by the way he's interacted with these people, they're never going to support him. He's never going to win because of that. And he made that decision not to get the support from these people because of alienating them by all the things he said and all the things he's done. So he's running essentially as an independent. He doesn't have that political structure behind him like Hillary Clinton does. And Hillary Clinton's got a strong political structure behind her. She's got the Democrats. She's got a very good network of people that are going to be working for her that Donald Trump doesn't. He doesn't have a network. He really is as an independent, running as an independent. One of the things that people don't realize about this country is that a lot of things in this country are political. If you're going to be in small business in the United States of America, there's a political structure that controls your business, that runs your business, that is interacting with your business. And I'll give a for instance. If you're in farming and the prices are low, and what are you going to do to make up the difference? You're going to have to rely on some sort of government subsidy. Well, those government subsidies are driven by politics, and who gets into politics and who controls the House and the Senate and the presidency. So what you get as far as those payments are concerned may be very structured around who's making those decisions. Another, for instance, if you're going to be a plumber in a city like Chicago, where there's a lot of political, there's a lot of politics goes on in that city or in those kinds of cities, you got to be in the system or else you're never going to make it. I mean, just the amount of licenses and things you're going to have to pay just to be in that industry or in that profession dictate that these are political structures that you have to deal with and be around and be involved with. And when Trump comes in as an unknown factor and he thinks he's going to come up and he's going to be able to create a whole new structure for people to know and have some affiliation with, or actually have some affiliation with, it's not going to happen. People aren't going to risk it. People aren't going to risk what the system already is to try and now come up with something that is totally new that they're not familiar with, or they don't know how it's going to even play out. Whereas if you go with somebody like Clinton, you know what the structure is. You've been involved with it. You see it. Bill Clinton was president for 4 years. You know what Hillary Clinton. There's a structure there. If you might like it or not like it, but it is there in place, and people are familiar with it. One of the things people don't realize is, as much as people hate the system, they also love the system, and they also are familiar with the system, and they also want the system sometimes to stay in place. They may not like the system that well, but they still are more scared of something completely different. And that's what Trump is. He's completely different. So far as I can figure. Maybe he does have some structure. But he's alienated himself from everybody. So he's pretty much a lone wolf right now. So whatever he does, whatever he tries to play out, wherever he goes and whatever he does, it's not going to work. Because at the end of the day, the people are going to vote for the system, the thing that they're familiar with, the people that they know what they're going to do, what they're going to do. And that's not Trump. Trump's kind of loose with what he says. He's loose with the way he's going to do things. He doesn't really have a network of people out there that understand him or what he's doing. So that's why I really think at the end of the day, Trump didn't really ever want to win because of this. He wouldn't have alienated that base of support or that system or that structure that's been in place for a long time. For a long time. He wouldn't have alienated that if he was really intending to win this election. So in the end of the day, I still think this is a false flag campaign by Trump. He knows enough to know that he can't win it without having some political backing and not pissing people off like John Kasich and the Bushes and, you know, all the other people that have run the system for so long. You know, you're just not going to do it, man. Just not going to do it. So that's what it is. Okay, I appreciate you listening. Thanks.